Time to talk about the dermis. We just finished talking about the epidermis, the layers of the epidermis and the cells in the epidermis, and now we're going to talk about the dermis, which lies deep to the epidermis, and we can see that there are two distinct layers, the papillary layer and the reticular layer. Now the dermis is the strong, flexible connective tissue, which is your hide. Remember that if you cut yourself in the epidermis, then only you're not going to bleed. It's only when you touch the dermis, which is where you have the blood vessels and nerves, that you start to bleed. So what type of cells are found in the dermis? We have four types of cells basically in the dermis: the fibroblasts, macrophages, mast cells, and white blood cells. And what type of fiber types do we have in the dermis? We have collagen, elastic, and reticular. Remember that the dermis is a rich supply of nerves and vessels, and it plays a critical role in temperature regulation through the blood vessels. And let's talk about the two layers, just basically. First is the papillary layer, and this contains the areolar connective tissue, and the epidermis is connected to that, of course. And this also includes the dermal papillae. And the dermal papillae is important for the formation, for example, of fingerprints, palm prints, footprints. What it does is it elevates the overlying epidermis into epidermal ridges, and this is genetically determined. So then we have the reticular, or the reticulum, which is a network of collagen and reticular fibers. So there we have it, very, very basic. So remember, again, we have fibroblasts, macrophages, mast cells, and white blood cells in the dermis, and the types of fiber is collagen, elastic, and reticular. And the dermis has a rich supply of nerves and vessels, and the two layers are the papillary, which contains areolar connective tissue and includes the dermal papillae, and reticular layer, which is the reticulum network of collagen and reticular fibers.